S&P 500 futures are currently red. Today's Sunday. In today's video, we're going to be discussing what to expect this week. This is a big week. There's some stocks that are reporting earnings which will shift the market, especially in the video. All right. We're also going to be looking at some stocks that I've mentioned in the last video. Now, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. Last week, the market did pretty much absolutely nothing. After like Tuesday, or I would say after Wednesday, I didn't feel like making a video because the market didn't want to move. Therefore, I didn't really see the point. Now, things are looking good. Do I still believe that the SPY can get down to this green circle? Yes. Am I still bearish on the market? Yes. So, I'm going to shift this circle to the right all the way up to like March 2nd. And then we'll see if I'm right. Okay, I think I'm gonna be right, but we'll see if I'm right. So right now the futures are red. The Nasdaq is down by 1%. I don't know if y'all noticed, but last week on Friday, the Supreme Court had came up with a ruling on the Trump tariffs and deemed the Trump tariffs illegal. And then right after that, Trump went had a press conference and imposed 10% tariffs effective immediately. And then on Saturday, he increased it to 15%. All right. So all in all, I gotta say is that the market is gonna fall. At least it's looking like it's gonna fall lower. Right. I'm not changing my opinion, and the news that we've been seeing during the last few days kind of just validates my thesis anyways. I think we're gonna drop. All right. So with the SPY, we got support right here at 6,800. That's going to get breached. It's only a matter of time. The daily chart looks like this. Still bearish. The weekly chart looks even better. Yeah, it does. So that's how the weekly chart is looking. The bears are still in control of this one. The Nasdaq looked even weaker. Right? So this is the Nasdaq. Alright, so absolutely love the way this is looking. Again, if you have puts, which y'all should be holding, all right, since every single video I've been making have been bearish. If you're holding puts, you should be up at the open tomorrow. And if things keeps falling lower, then it should be up even more. All right, so right now, I think we're going to fall. I believe we're going to fall. All right, and this rejection right here doesn't surprise me at all. It rejected on Friday off that level at 25,000. Closed near 25,000, and now we're back down here, which is good, which is really good. Okay, I have an alert right here for obvious reasons. That 25,500 level is where there would be panic and chaos, and then we will go much lower. Now, the stock for today that I want to share with y'all is none other than AMD again. All right. Okay, this is why I didn't want to make another videos last week. I gave y'all AMD last week, and then I was like, I'm gonna make a video about AMD again, so I might as well not make another video. And this thing just chopped, and now it looks like it's about to make a big move down. So it's time to make another video about the same thing again. Do I still believe that we're gonna drop to 170? Yes. All right, but this is looking a lot better than before. Right, a lot better than before. So what we have here is a bearish pennant on the 1 hour / 4 hour time frame, and the fact that the futures are red is causing the breakdown. So I expect AMD to open right around 197. We may see a pop and fade, maybe see this, maybe. That's optional. All right, ideally we just want to see this thing fade and then close somewhere around here before falling even lower this week, ideally, right? So this is looking great. During the entirety of last week, the stock did something. Let me do daily chart, and then let me draw this line again. This is the gap, the daily gap right here at 203. I'm gonna change the color of this thing to blue. There you go. And then we're gonna look at what happened all last week, which is the reason why I am still shorting AMD from that last video. I told you guys I was shorting it in the last video, and then in today's video, I'm holding puts still, and I want to sell really, really, really low. I want to sell my puts when the stocks drop to much, much lower than this, right? So we have a rejection off of 203 on the 18th, and then we have a rejection again on the 19th, Thursday, and then we have another rejection again on Friday the 20th. All of these individuals are short sellers. They are, all right? And I got back into this one again right here. 200 is my entry. That's my entry. Oh, I would say my re-entry on AMD. So we'll see what happens next. Again, this is what I'm expecting, these price action. And they close, definitely a close below 198. And then Tuesday, I expect it to be red. And then Wednesday, NVIDIA is going to report. And NVIDIA should send this one home. NVIDIA should drop this one down, right? So that's my thoughts and opinions on AMD. If you have puts on it, again, you should be getting paid. Because we're looking good. Like, things are looking great here. It's looking good for us. The next stock that we're gonna discuss in today's video. Some of y'all have been mentioning, a lot of people have been hyped about this stock. They've been happy about it until recently. HIMS. And I believe this one is telepharmacy. I would say telepharmacy company. At least they're trying to tap into that market. It had its highlights, it had its ups. All right, it had this push all the way up to like 70s. And right now, it's not looking too great. The stock has been demolished since like October. The stock has been down. And then I believe there was some news about their competitor right here, which caused the stock to drop from 22 all the way down to like 15. This is looking bad. Even if the stock pumps, like even if you see a little pop right there for some reason, the only thing that's gonna happen is the gap right here to get filled, and then we'll see this thing just fade right back down, and then flatline again. So as of now, I would stay clear of it. And there is a gap right here at the bottom at $10. So we got room down. There's still room down to $10. It's not over yet. It can still fall. Either earnings sends it down there, or we see a pop and fade, and then we get there by the end of March. One or the other, but it's gonna get there. It's looking like it wants to get there. Now, the other stock that we gotta look at is a stock that is reporting earnings this week, Domino's Pizza. And Domino's Pizza has broken a trend, a big trend. If you look at the stock on the weekly chart, it's a strong stock. It's usually a strong company. It pushes a lot higher. It went all the way up to like 567, and then a flat line it traded sideways for about 5 or 4 years, and now it's on its way back down, which is unfortunate. It is below a key level of support, and the next level of support is right down here below 300. The key level of support that it broke below is right at 400, and then we have the breakdown that happened 2 weeks ago. The stock is not performing really, really well. The volume is increasing, which is nice. This is something that the short sellers want to see. I'm sure there's a lot of shorts looking to bank in between here and here, right? There are individuals looking to make money on that drop. So if they gamble through earnings, I believe they could definitely get paid if the stock doesn't meet expectations. I believe there is money for short sellers to be made from here all the way down to 300, because the structure is very clean. So we just all have to wait for the reaction and see what happens. Now, the last stock that we're gonna discuss in today's video is a stock that I warned you guys about. Well, maybe not the last. We'll see. I warned you guys about Carvana. And Carvana, when it reported earnings, it dropped down to the target. Like, it was in the red box, but it didn't even open in the red box. So I had this box drawn for y'all at the line, the long-term trend line right there at 268. It got there, popped up, and then had a little green to red move. And now it's trying to stay up here, which I don't think is gonna succeed. I think it's going to drop eventually, not tomorrow, but it's gonna take a sweet time and drop slowly. The daily chart looks like this, and it's approaching a trend line right there. All right, until it actually breaks above 350 or 360. The trend on this one is bearish, and short sellers are not letting this one go. They're really not. All right. Now, the last stock that we gotta look at in today's video, again, Tesla. Tesla. I have an alert right at 404 because I do expect it to ring. I do. There's nothing really too special with the chart. There really isn't anything that I can tell you guys. Well, maybe there is one thing. I just saw something. There's that. There's this. Alright. So between now and the end of March, we should retest 385 at least once. Maybe later in March, we're really gonna break down and then fall down to like 350. But for now, this is the amount of potential short term that we can expect to make money off of with day trades. Okay, so have your alerts right there at key levels, and just be ready to take advantage of any move between 400 and that bottom line at 385. At least that's what I will be looking at. So it's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Remember, I am not your financial advisor. Okay, so do your own research and make your own decisions. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul and Kuma, and Apparently Lab on Instagram and on X. And most importantly, don't forget to like and follow for more.